And we're back. Welcome to Six of Swords Tarot. How's it going? Why can't I type? Well, that's weird. Hey, welcome in. Hey, Bailey. For some reason, guys, I can't type in the chat. Let me close this out. It's so weird. Welcome in. If you're called to donate, let me know. I have 3 reading options for you. Oh, I see what's going on. YouTube kicked me out of my own thing. Here we go. There we go. Welcome in, guys. I was like, what is going on? Do you like my little froggy thumbnail? Congrats. All right. All right, I'll be right back, guys. 1 minute. Welcome in, welcome in. How's it going, guys? I speak my truth. How are you? How's it going, girl? Julianne, welcome. Welcome in, guys. Donations are open. I have 3 options per usual. Make sure you like the stream. It really helps out the channel. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Teams are good. I'm waiting for my treadmill to arrive, so I may have to like run to the door, but it's allegedly out for delivery still, so we'll see what happens. Oh my gosh, it's at my door. Hold on. Or let me just check my camera. How about that? Well, at least I didn't have to sign for it. Hell yeah! Oh my god, this dude picked it up. He just carried it with... Aww. Thanks, sir. Okay, cool, it got delivered, so I don't need to check on it. I'll just grab it later when we're done. Welcome in. He manhandled that package. That sounded dirty. It's fine. Maybe I meant it to sound dirty. How are you guys doing? It is Monday. I love doing readings on Monday. I also love Mondays because it's a fresh start. Back into the swing of life. You're in bed, cozy. Bailey, thank you so much. We got Bailey up first. Spirit. I was sleepy all weekend, actually. And I was like asking ChatGPT like what was going on with me. And ChatGPT thinks that my cortisol has been lowered, which I also think is true and accurate. I have tried that before. Back where in my hometown, they actually have that, but I don't go there very often, but I think one of those opened like back in the day. So I have heard of that for sure. Ooh, I'm actually a big Little Caesars fan. Singles love reading for Bailey. All right, Bailey, let's get into it, girl. All right, Spirit, please open me up to be a clear channel so I can deliver messages for the greater good. Archangel Michael, please protect this live stream. And so it is... All right, Bailey, let's do it, boo. Oh, you want to do a big kahuna, honey? Hungry Howies. I still love me some Little Caesars. I like a stuffed crust. I like to, if I'm going to be a heifer, like I'm going to be a heifer. Give me that stuffed crust. That's where I'm at. All right. Bailey, you want a big kahuna? I'm into... No worries, babe. Let's do it. I'm actually going to use Crystal Visions. We actually could, you know what? I'm going to use a couple different decks because I have some LGBTQ friendly decks on the table actually. So let me grab, this one is, and so is our Pulp Girls Tarot. Thanks for sharing that with us. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into it, boo-boo. You are welcome here, friend. I speak my truth. I love when you talk about food. Like a girl after my own heart here. All right, Bailey, let's deep breath, Bailey. Center yourself. Take a couple deep breaths for me. We're gonna check into your what's going on. Singles love reading for Bailey. Spirit, let's get right into it. Give me 1 second here. I want to see what I can pick up for you. I think this realization is a really big deal for you because it's going to, now that you've accepted, energetically speaking, from like a spiritual standpoint, the energy that they're showing me, now that you have accepted this within yourself, I think the signals and the energy has room to be intentional. Where before, in your pursuit of like romantic relationships, if things felt a little bit all over the place, I think you were still navigating through things and you felt a little shaky, so things were shaky. But now that you are more certain on what you are wanting and what you are into, I'm seeing a clearer path for you, Bailey, okay? So let's take a look at this energy. Or maybe you, and I'm not saying, and maybe you didn't come out, maybe you were already out, but maybe not out like on this channel, if that makes sense. Or is this something, or if this is something that you've recently realized, I think you being more, and you don't have to shout anything to the rooftop from the rooftops. Like, I'm an ally. I don't, I support my gay and lesbian friends. I don't know, what it's like to come out or any of that stuff, but I can imagine it's, it can be a little bit intimidating or scary to navigate. You know what I mean? All right, Spirit, show me a singles love reading for Bailey. We have 9 of Pentacles here. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the 7 of Cups. Woo! I see options coming your way. Specifically a water sign, actually. But I feel like your energy, even in just sharing little bits, even if you were already like out and proud or whatever, or maybe if you recently decided to tell more people about this part of your life, I just feel like the energy is more easily able to flow now, and I feel like there are going to be more options around you. Let me know if that resonates for you, Bailey. Ace of Cups. I'm seeing new beginnings, new relationship. There's also been a lot of healing within. So this could even be something that now that you've accepted this within yourself, or maybe you've been a little bit more vocal or sharing it with others, this energy is now, it's just flowing better. You're healing your relationship to this truth about yourself. And that is going to open the doorway for a lot of opportunity. And I actually see, I am wondering if, this is really cool, okay? So whether you go to like lesbian friendly or you're on a dating app or something like that, I am actually seeing someone pursue you. Here you are, the single Knight of Pentacles, and this Knight of Cups is coming towards you. I also see you having multiple options, but I'm seeing someone come towards you, and I feel like they are female, but they have more masculine traits, if that makes sense. They're more on the mask side. But yeah, this is someone who is wanting to pursue you, and they see you as this valuable jewel, this valuable gem that you are, and they see these different things that you're bringing to the table, and they're the one pursuing you. So I think your next actual relationship, I think they will pursue you, but in the meantime, with the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Cups in a relationship reading talks about, or in a singles love reading, this is talking about having multiple options to choose from. So I'm seeing the doors kind of open. I'm also getting Chariot energy, where it's like, okay, you can now pass go and we can now move forward, right? We have the 10 of Wands and we have the 5 of Cups. There could have been some shame surrounding, what it is that you're feeling and what it is that you are going through. Maybe not everybody in your life knows this about you, but also they don't need to. It's up to you and the way that you want to, whoever you want to tell this to, right? This could be shame or like beating up yourself, or maybe being in a state of denial for a while and moving through some of that pain with the 5 of Cups, and then really accepting yourself for who you are. I mean, it's just so beautiful. Like the breakthrough of the 10 of Wands, the breakthrough of the 5 of Cups is now offering a healing new beginning in love for you, which is really awesome. We have the 9 of Wands, yeah. Or maybe you've known this for a while, but you weren't able to, fully admit it or fully get there. The 3 of Swords, maybe you were afraid you were going to break the hearts of your family, or you were going to disappoint someone else for, revealing this part of your life. We have the Fool and we have the 2 of Cups. Look, you are now free. You are now going to be free. And again, even if you've been out for a while, but if this is something newer that you've realized or that you've come out with, like this is going to give you the green light with the Fool and the 2 of Cups to really pursue like a meaningful, compatible, long-lasting relationship for yourself. Let me see what else we have here. We have the Queen of Swords and we have the High Priestess. Beautiful energy. So what you don't see coming is you being able to, if this was something that you struggled with for a while or had like some type of denial or shame, like this is something that you are really healing from, and it's not fully going to happen overnight. But what I really see, what you don't see coming is the opportunity for, I feel like there could be 2 really strong, significant relationships with women that you'll have throughout your life. We have a High Priestess and a Queen of Swords here. And, this is what you don't see coming, is being able to be open as like, I'm not very articulate today. Sorry, I'm trying to slow down. By you either admitting this to yourself or accepting this about yourself, you are healing and opening the energy for many, many new possibilities. And just because, like, I see you dating multiple people, but I'm seeing 2 strong, specific, and meaningful relationships for you that will probably be like on a longer term relationship, if that makes sense. Let me know if you want any other specifics. I'm going to get into the, I feel like the first one could actually be a water sign, and this could be this high priestess energy, and then maybe later on in life there's like an air sign that comes in. Very, very interesting. But I'm seeing you feeling good, feeling settled, feeling calm about this, the acceptance of yourself, for yourself here. Let me see what else I have. Fish. This talks about abundance. The abundance in the Seven of Cups. So again, if this is the first time that you've actively been dating women, you may notice that, I don't want to say the floodgates are opening, but I feel like things are going to feel right, and there's much more opportunity for you if this is something that you haven't explored in the past. I feel like this is the right thing for you. Wow. And I think that you're going to find loyal partners who get you. We have the key here, and this talks about like unlocking and understanding. I think this is something that this was an important realization for you to have at this time. We have the Garden. This is healthy. This is healing for you, and there's going to be a lot of growth in these relationships. Okay? Also, the more we date and the more we learn with the Fox and the Whip, I was talking to some people about this yesterday. If you date someone with good intentions, if you go into a connection with good faith and someone pulls the rug out from under you, or someone tries to pull the wool over your eyes, I sound like an 80-year-old man, right? That's on them, that's not on you. So if you do date a few duds here and there, and I feel like you might encounter these people, but it would be like a short-lived thing, like you'll find out who they are pretty quickly. Don't beat yourself up over someone else's bad behavior. And that's whether you're dating men, women, or anybody. Like, because people behave badly. Hurt people, okay? Spirit, I want to know a little bit more about this incoming Knight of Cups energy. So that's what I'm going to focus on. Bailey, if you want more information, just ask and I can pull on it from some of these other decks. Spirit, show me, who is this Knight of Cups that is coming? Wedding. You could meet this person at a wedding. This person is working on their finances and career. Calling in your soulmate. We have separation and we have flirt. I feel like the connection with this person will be really flirty. I don't think that you've met this person yet, and I think this person is still a little bit in the future. I'm talking like maybe even like 4 months out. A time apart is on the horizon. I don't think you've met this person yet. This this Knight of Cups energy. Let's see what else we have here. Donations are open. Have faith in your dreams. Luck is on your side. Surrender to the divine. Meditate and contemplate. Balance spirituality and practicality. I think there's a lot of lessons, and there's a lot of like, I'm not saying that you're inexperienced, but I feel like there's a lot you're going to learn about yourself, even if you go on like a first date with like several different people. Like I see you with the fish in the Lenormand and the Seven of Cups in the tarot. Like I just see you like getting yourself out there and meeting people And through going on these, you know, first dates or these hangouts, like, you're going to learn a lot about yourself. But I'm seeing 2 significant relationships with women in your life, and the first one coming up being this Knight of Cups energy. Could be Scorpio or Pisces, or possibly Cancer, someone with heavy water in their chart, or a big water placement. Spirit, what else does Bailey need to know on this singles love reading? We have Pluto and Taurus in the 6th house. This is going to be a huge change in your life. This is, you know what they say. After a lesbian first date, they bring a U-Haul. Just kidding, not kidding. But like, we have Pluto and Taurus in the 6th house. Like, this is someone, I think, you know, you guys may have a love language of quality time. You want to spend a lot of time together, a day-to-day. So this is not going to be somebody who's at a distance. This is going to be someone who is in your local community, wants to spend a lot of time with you. And this could be a very welcome change, but it's going to change your day-to-day activities. Also, the 6th house is the house of health, so there could be some type of transformation in health. I don't really make health predictions, but I just wanted to bring up the 6th house because that's what this is. You know, Taurus is the bringer of life and overall, I would say, growth. So there could be a possible improvement there with Pluto and Taurus in the 6th house. Maybe you guys are like health conscious people or something like that. Or maybe they have, maybe there's someone who is really into, like, you know, health and fitness, like passionate about that. So that could be a quality. I'm going to use the Pulp Girl. I'll try to get some more. I don't think we have anyone else in line. So I'm going to get some qualities about this person. Spirit, show me what are the qualities of this Knight of Cups that's on the horizon for Bailey. Show me the qualities of this Knight of Cups. They are someone who communicate. They're going to pursue you. You are not going to question if this person likes you. They're saying, hey, I want to hang out with you. I want to go on a date with you. What are you up to? Good morning, good night. Lots of texting, lots of communication. This is someone who is very intelligent. This is someone who, so this person, I think, has a lot to teach you, maybe about this world, right? This new, and again, I don't know if this is something you recently realized or this is just how it's always been, but I feel like this person has a decent amount of dating and relationship experience, and I feel like they're, in some ways, like, they're showing you the ropes, but I do feel like they're kind and that they know how to treat a partner. Let's see. Okay, the other thing I'm seeing is, so we'll talk about positives and we'll talk about, you know, room to grow. The 9 of Swords is, I think that this person also may be a little bit codependent or might be a little bit clingy. And when I was seeing that Pluto in the 6th house, this person might cling a little bit to their partners for validation. So that's something to kind of look out for. But I think this is someone you can meet in the next like 4 to 5 months. And I think this is someone who will heavily pursue you. That's what I'm seeing. But again, we all have things to heal, but I think this person is going to be a little bit more clingy than what you are used to. So I'll leave that with you, Bailey. Thank you so much. I will leave that with you. Thank you so much. I appreciate, thank you for trusting me to do your reading today. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, I'm so sorry. Julianne is up next. All right, thanks so much. List. All right, Julianne, I have your message here in PayPal. Let me make sure I'm saying this right. Julianne. Okay. Juliana, or is it Juliana? Julianne. Hello, you're up next, babe. All right, let's do it. So I got your question here. Let's tap into Julianne's. Or Julie works. Okay, okay. All right, girl. Let's see what's going on with you. So, trying to navigate next step on a direction to move forward with career. Let me know if there's more information you need from me to help clarify. Thank you so much. Cool. Well, I'll jump into it. And then I love doing a career reading. It's my favorite thing to read about. Let me find, what do I want to do with this one? You know what? I'm going to use light seers for this. I'm going to use the light seers for this. Yay! Yeah. So you don't have to tell me anything, actually. I'm going to jump into it and see what we can pick up on. And then we can go from there. And you can ask me questions and I'll be able to answer based on what I've pulled here. All right, give me 1 second. Interesting. Okay, give me 1 second. There's a desire and there's a hunger, and they're taking me to your heart chakra. And I'm seeing this. I feel like you have a really beautiful heart. And I feel like you're a good worker, and I feel like you're somebody who's ready to work. And you're like, I just want the opportunity to do what I want to do. I want the opportunity to be able to not necessarily shine, but also like, I think you just want a level playing field and you want a shot, and things kind of feel unfair is kind of what I'm picking up on. Let me see what else I can see here before I throw the cards down. There's a hunger, and I think part of your question is, should I stay or should I go or look for here? So here's, before I even throw cards down, you can let me know if I'm on the right track here. I feel like you will never know unless you look. So I don't think you should necessarily leave your current job, but if there's something that you're curious about and there's something that you're excited about, I definitely think at a minimum you should explore it, because you don't really know what's out there until you check it out. And when it comes to career, and lifestyle, travel, relocate, like I am a bit adventurous in that category. 10 of Pentacles. You need to be paid what you're worth, And I feel like that's also part of the issue, is exploring something where you're ready to show up, you're ready to do the work. Like, it's not like someone's just handing you this. You're like, I'm here, I'm ready to earn the money, I want to work. But maybe you want to get paid more and you also want more responsibility. We have the star here. Yeah, it's like, I just need the opportunity. I just need someone to see me and be able to let me actually do the work that I want to do here. Three of Wands, it's coming. So here's what I'm going to say before I even pull any more. I feel like deep down you already know what you want to do. I do think that you are craving a change, and I think moving in a new direction would be very good for you. I think it would be good for you financially, and I think it would be good for your confidence. And I think you would get more recognition if you do choose to go in a new direction. What else do we have? King of Pentacles. There's more money out there. We have the Ten of Wands, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Moon. So here's the deal. There is some type of sacrifice that you may have to make. This could look like relocation, and there could be a little bit of fear associated with this, but I feel like if you take a risk right now, you are going to be seen. Why? Because I have the Star and the Queen of Wands. This is very much standout type of energy, as well as the Moon. So the Moon is saying, the Moon and Ten of Wands are saying, there's this fear, and I need to make sure, you know, this Queen of Swords, you're probably someone who's weighing the pros and cons, thinking, you know, what should I do here? I think the money will be worth it. I think you will be a standout, but there is going to be a little bit of fear. You can't let the fear get the best of you. I do think with the Three of Wands, this is, you know, ships coming in, manifestations happening. And sorry, I'm like readjusting myself here on this little crisscross chair. But the Three of Wands is the situation that you're in right now. I think you know in your heart that this isn't long term, or this isn't the right thing for you for forever. And I think taking this risk, even if it involves some type of sacrifice, is going to be worth it. And it might put you exactly where it is that you're supposed to be. We have Temperance. There's healing. There may have been a hit to your confidence. There may have been, especially if you're in like a toxic work environment. I feel like, you know, some people say the grass isn't always greener somewhere else. Well, the grass is kind of brown everywhere. That's what one of my favorite colleagues says, you know. Nine of Wands, I think you've been through it, and I think you owe it to yourself to see how far. If you have a dream or you have something that you want to do professionally, I think you should go for it. I think you should just totally go for it. So if you want something else more specific, throw it in the chat. Let me know how I can help you. Let me know if there's any other specifics you're looking for, and I can answer that for you. We'll get into the oracle too, but that's what I'm picking up on for you, Julie. We have Saturn in the 7th house. There could be challenges with a relationship. There could be challenges with a relationship if you were to make a change in your career or move to another opportunity. Saturn in the 7th house so this could be long-term friendships, romantic partner, but people you have deep connections with, okay? What advice do we have for Julie? Spirit, show me. What advice do we have for Julie? Be generous of spirit. I also feel like now is a time to be courageous. You're an artist. Okay. I definitely feel like you need to make a change. For sure. Whether I need more schooling or just dive more into my art and connecting with others in that way. So I'm going to pull from the tarot for that. What other, we have watch your words. Be careful about, how you're feeling and talking to yourself. And we have trust in divine detours. There could be some interesting twists and turns in your profession that take you exactly where you need to go. But let me do I'll do a throwdown. I'll do a throwdown on, for instead of more oracle, I'll throw some tarot and answer those questions. So we want to look at more schooling. Dive into my art. Here's what I'm seeing for you. And this is, entertainment purposes only. I think if you have the means and you can, or there's like a program or something that's affordable, that's not going to fully break the bank here with you. The Page of Pentacles, investing in yourself, I think you're going to be really happy about it. I think you're good at it, and I think you would really enjoy going to more schooling for art. I think that's something that will light you up. I think that's going to bring you a lot of joy. I feel like you have a spiritual experience with your art, and so by diving deeper into your art, I think it is helping you on a spiritual level. I think it's very therapeutic and healing for you. However, if you are not, and this is just, I don't know a ton about the art world, but with the Four of Swords, if you dive into, if you're just diving more into your own art, and it's art therapy I would look into. Yes, if you are not engaging with other people, and sometimes art is just for you, right? Like, you don't always have to be doing something for someone else, but I think it would be helpful and healing for everyone and very joyful if you did go back to school for that. My only concern about you not pursuing that and just diving more deeper into your art is that you're maybe not sharing your gift with as many people as you could reach. The Four of Swords is like a time of rest. It can also be like healing and cocooning, with spirit. But the Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. And this is an expression of joy here. And I feel like if you go back to school and you gain this skill, it's going to be very fulfilling and also financially fulfilling for you. And, I don't hear, but also I will say, I don't think you're going to choose wrong. I don't think you're choosing wrong, but I do think if you go back to school, it will be very fulfilling for you. And it would be a shame not to share your art with more people. Maybe my language is too harsh. I don't know. I don't mean shame, but again, I don't think you can choose wrong. And if you're in a season where you're like, I just want to do art for me, that's cool. I can Four of Swords it and kind of hold my energy back, or you schedule it out. Maybe a year from now I go back to school and you decide to go when the time is right. But I think you should go back if you have opportunity to, and it makes financial sense. Page of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, because we don't want to go into like crazy student debt, right? But that's just, I waited until I got someone else to pay for my master's, and then I did it. AKA a corporation, because I was not about to pay for any more schooling. Trust and believe that. But that's what I have for you. I hardly share my work, but when I do, yes, I think you should. Okay, perfect. Because that's what that was then. The Four of Swords was, you're not sharing it, and I think that you should do art therapy and you should share with others, because it will be very healing and not something that you just keep for yourself. I think part of your With the Hierophant and Four of Swords, I think part of your mission in this life is to help heal other people through your art. Love it. Love it. Conversations with others are priceless. There you go. Thank you so much. And you know what's really interesting? I recently bought some art supplies, so I'm going to be playing with some of that stuff. I'm excited about that. I'm excited. I gotta go fire up the treadmill. My cats are not gonna be happy about this. I have a feeling Willow's gonna be like, what is that? I met 2 women back to back who do it. Art therapy. It was a shock but good. Yeah, that's really cool. I know someone, I used to know someone who did it at a hospital actually. So, I mean, there's definitely gigs you can get for that. You're so welcome. Thanks for coming to get a reading with me. But yeah, it's definitely a real, not that art isn't real, but I think you know what I'm saying, right? Like you can get a job at a hospital. You could get a job at, different therapeutic organizations that can really help people. So I think you'll be happy sharing your gift. All right, I'm going to do last call for donations. Last call, friends. It's so quiet. Oh my gosh, thank you. Newbie in the house. I see you. I see you, newbie. Don't you love my frog thumbnail? Isn't it like, I'm obsessed with this little frog, these little frogs. Newbie, I have a confession to make. This isn't really a confession. Sometimes when I go to text you, I type in newbie when that's not your name. And then you don't show up and I'm like, what the hell? And then I have to remember that's not your name. Aren't they so cute? In the thumbnail, not in the... Anyway. But yeah, girl, let me know what you want to get into, boo-boo. We had a good day. We had some great readings today. Although I did have some ratchet people try to test me today, which was hilarious, actually. Hilarious. People were out of pocket. It was mostly one person, but I understand it as spiritual warfare. And I'm just going to keep on keeping on. What secret is beekeeping from me? This is multiple secrets. Is this the ex? Or is this the other, the B that I know? I feel like there's multiple B's. Or do you want me to just let it rip? Okay. I was thinking that, and then I was like, are you wanting to know about the other one? But I thought it was, yes, okay, good. It's like, I had a feeling it was this one. Okay, cool. What secret is B keeping from a newbie? What secrets? Secrets. Got a secret. Can you keep it? Do 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 do. Girl, I have watched Pretty Little Liars back in the day. Sorry, that song is in my head. Squirrel. Last call for donations, guys. All right, Spirit, show me. What secrets is B keeping? There is, we've talked about some of this before, but there's definitely a relationship involving money. I also think that there is hiding money. I also think that the chariot represents vehicles, so there could be like, if they were looking to hide money, maybe they purchased an expensive vehicle, maybe they bought something for somebody else. I feel like they were generous with somebody, and I also think that within this relation, I'm going to dive into two different things, but give me a second here. Sorry. Because the next row, I want multiple categories for you. I think that they had a relationship with someone where they were financially generous, and I think that this person turned on them and they were too ashamed to admit what had happened. And I also feel like this is something that they would have been very embarrassed by. Block your girl. Mercury retrograde. Oh, it's for the birds. Okay. That's the first secret I'm seeing. There could have been a blow up or a breakup, and I feel like this could even be recent, with somebody that they are too ashamed to talk about. They're not telling people, but they maybe financially supported this person or bought this person a vehicle. All right, Spirit, what is the other? Show me more secrets. Show me more secrets. They think they're going to get away with everything that they do. This is like a true narc behavior. The rules don't apply to them, but the rules apply to everyone else. 9 of Cups in the Star, and the High Priestess is, I'm keeping everything hidden. Everything is going according to my plan. But their rude awakening is that what come Judgment Day, whether that's on this earth or another plane, they're going to have to pay the piper. They cannot outrun karma. And that's something that you just have to let Spirit do. Honestly, I literally just told my godmother that. Because someone was acting out of pocket with me today, and I was like, that's how people act when they are either hurt or insecure or whatever, and let Spirit deal with them. I don't care. So I think at some point you will get to, and I feel like you already kind of have, But you'll get to a point where it's like, I'm going to let spirit deal with them. Will he be caught here in whatever he's hiding? There's also something going on with, I'll pull more tarot instead of your oracle here. Will he be held responsible? So, yes, I do feel like he's going to be held responsible, but he's not going to go down without a fight. This is someone who, I think the best that this person is ever going to be able to do in this life is have some small realizations of how they've impacted other people, but I don't think that's going to come until old age, honestly. And with the temperance energy, this person has so much more healing that I feel like only God can provide to this person, to be completely honest with you. But I feel like, you know, toward the end of their life, they may have some realizations about how they should have maybe acted differently. But what I will say is, energetically, there always is karma, there always is balance. So, but I think that right now they're fighting and arguing and reasoning with themselves that they're justified in what they've done. And that's, his cards always look so good. Why is that? You think the Three of Swords looks good? You think the Seven of Wands looks good? These are neutral cards. The Two of Wands, these are also neutral. These are neutral cards. This is how I'm reading this. His wish fulfillment in the Star, this is thinking, like, this is being like full of yourself. Nine of Cups in the Star, like, I'm getting away with hiding everything. I think that, yeah, no, I wouldn't say that his cards always look good. But the King of Cups is, I have to emotionally be able to mature and see things, and I don't think he's even going to have any glimmers of emotional realization until like later in his life. This person has a lot of healing to do, but I don't think they're going to achieve much of that. And here's the thing, when you live like this, when you live like this, he's in his own personal hell every single day. You just don't see it. You just don't see it. And sometimes we don't see justice, but this life isn't about him. This life is about you right now. Excuse me. Spirit, what other advice do we have for newbie? He may have even housed somebody, meaning like paid their rent or let somebody live with him. I feel like there's something in his home that he hid or was hiding. But there's something whatever his recent relationship was, or there's some type of relationship he was hiding, I feel like was extremely toxic. Yeah, exactly. When you have no empathy, yeah, he's basically like a Brian Koberger. Like it's like when you're dealing with someone, here's what I will say, and I've said this to someone else recently. When you are dealing with somebody who is either an addict, which I don't think that's the case here, or like dealing with like a severe narcissist or something like that, there is no logic. There is no logic. You're not going to be able to figure them out, so don't even try. Throw all that out the window. This isn't about, if I figure it out, I can make sense of it. No, there is no figuring this out. Because their brain isn't wired to be logical. Whether they're an addict or they have some type of severe, again, entertainment purposes only. I'm just a cat lady on the internet. I'm not a licensed social worker or therapist. I'm just talking about what I've seen in almost 40 years of life. What advice do we have for newbie? The Mystic Rose, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, grace. You've shown this person a lot of grace in your life. And you should thank your lucky stars every day that you have the humility and the humanity and compassion of a good person, and that you're not built like that. Sacred union, beloved within, inner and outer relationships. I do think there was something he was hiding with a relationship, or even recently. And Mother Rose, don't take this literally. This is about, so I'm going to read it, but you guys are not reuniting. This says, returning to each other, compassion and humanity. I think that once you realize that this is like a sick person, from a distance, you can be like, wow, this person is really messed up. But I feel like you're now going to open space for you to be able to have a good connection and union with somebody who is healthy. I know that's not what I'm predicting here, okay? Jupiter and Sagittarius in the first house. I think travel is going to be really healing for you. I also think, so that's in the advice. I also think they could have been hiding money in trips. They could have gone on, whether it was a business trip or like a long-term, or like a romantic getaway with someone. They could have lied about going on trips. Jupiter and Sag in the first house. That's what I got for you. Newbie. Brian Koberger. Google him. You want to know what's creepy about Brian Koberger? Is that him and I have the same exact, we have the same birthday, a different year, and he also has a Cancer moon. So I was like, oh my God, am I a serial killer? But no, alas, I am not. I wish, I'm kidding, I don't wish I was. I am a bit morbid, but no, Brian Koberger is the guy who killed the Idaho 4 and recently took a plea deal. So anyone following that case, let me know your, I was hoping justice would come out. Honey, newbie, do you want me to talk real to you right now? If you think and I said this to someone else yesterday, if you think that spirit has abandoned you, or spirit is not watching over you right now, and that you have not been served justice, you need to readjust yourself right now. Because look how beautiful your life is right now. Just worry about where you are today. This is all in the past. This is all in the past. It was the creepiest. That was one of the creepiest. And the thing about the plea deal is, I mean, he could write a book, and I mean, there's a lot of what if still, but I feel like in trial is when a lot of more details probably would have come out. specifically why they were targeted, because they still haven't really been able to make a connection as to why he targeted those particular people. I heard, I don't know if it was on Ashley Banfield's podcast, that like some of the girls worked at a vegan restaurant and he was a vegan. So, anyways, but yeah, I'm gonna be tough love with you, newbie. Justice has been served for you, and if you don't see that, I'm gonna throw the hanged man at you. No, they don't. No, they don't really have a motive, other than the fact that he was like an incel and, you know, wanted to commit crimes against women. That's the best that they've got. I don't know if it was personal, and they pretty much, even the friends. I watched, there was a documentary on Peacock, there was one on Dateline, and as far as their friend circle, they were like, yeah, we didn't really know who this guy was. Yeah. I mean, and that's when it comes to, you know, these people are very sick. Very, very sick. So, mental health issues for sure. But that's what I got. For sure. I'm sorry for getting aggressive with you. I don't think I'm that aggressive. Some people think I'm nice. Some people think I'm scary. And everything in between. But I'm just a cat lady on the internet, is what I really am. I had a dream. I had some really weird dreams. I had a dream that a distant relative was trying to shame me into going to a funeral. And then I think I've had multiple dreams. Ooh, the jack-o'-lantern. I've had multiple dreams where another calico cat is like trying to make its way into my life. And I'm like, girl, I am at capacity. So that's what I got. But I'm going to let you guys go. Just a little. I feel like I scare my other Libra friend. I feel like I scare a little bit sometimes. I was trying to scream a Marilyn Manson song in the car a little while ago, and that scared her. So I think I might be a little intense. Libras want a good balance, and I'm kind of extreme at times. So my apologies, friend. But anyway, I'm gonna go set up my new treadmill, and yeah, Koberger is cuckoo. But he's going to be locked up forever, so. Did you hear about I hope my channel doesn't get like in trouble for this. His, basically, I won't say these words out loud, but basically there was like a team of people who would unalive him. And that was going to be like the new form of death penalty. But then they took away the death penalty, and I was like, holy, I didn't even know that was a thing. So yeah, this case is going to be definitely in the history books. Just so disturbing. Anyway, I will let you guys go. Bye.